see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy...
Toprak Razgatlioglu has once again captured the attention of the MotoGP world. The Pramac Yamaha rider revealed a grand ambition that has sent the MotoGP paddock into an uproar. He wants to one day face-to-face with Ducati maestro Marc Marquez on the MotoGP track. This desire stems not only from personal motivation, but also from a show of respect for true rivalry in the world of racing. Toprak, who since his move to MotoGP has continued to draw attention for his extreme riding style and boldness under hard braking, admitted that Marc Marquez is the figure who motivates him to improve. According to him, dueling with Marc is not only about proving his abilities, but also because Marc is the benchmark for many other top riders. Marc is a living legend. One day I want to be in a head-to-head situation with him. No distractions, no drama, just a pure duel between two riders, Toprak said with determination. This statement immediately sparked mixed reactions in the paddock, with many considering the duel to be one of the most explosive in modern MotoGP history. Interestingly, Toprak and Marc Marquez are scheduled to share the same track during the Sepang test in Malaysia. Although both will be focused on their respective test programs, Toprak developing Yamaha's latest V4 engine, while Marc continues to adapt to Ducati. This meeting remains a major focus. Many believe the test could serve as a small warm-up before the official duel in the upcoming racing season. The atmosphere leading up to the Sepang test is heating up. Fans are eagerly awaiting the moment when the two most aggressive characters in motorcycle racing will finally face each other. If Toprak's dream duel actually happens, MotoGP will once again have the great rivalry that so many have longed for. One thing is certain: Toprak's courage to express such ambitious ambitions demonstrates his belief in the Yamaha project. And if that duel happens, the racing world will pause to watch. And here's the full news. Toprak Razgatlioglu is back in the MotoGP spotlight. After his move to Pramac Yamaha, one of the most sensational transfers in recent years, the Turkish rider has once again stirred up the paddock with a lofty ambition. He wants to duel directly with Marc Marquez, the Ducati rider who has been an icon of fierce fighting and aggressive flair for over a decade. In a relaxed yet meaningful interview, Toprak revealed that a duel with Marc isn't just a mere wish. It's a dream he's had since before he moved to MotoGP. For Toprak, Marc Marquez is a symbol of courage, a rider who dares to take extreme risks, something he understands all too well, as his riding style is almost comparable in intensity. Marc is a rider who always pushes the limit. I'm the same way. I feel that if we ever meet in a truly clean duel, it will be a very special moment, not only for me, but for all the spectators, Toprak said. His words were uttered with respect, but also with the firmness of burning ambition. Shortly after the comments spread, the MotoGP paddock was abuzz. Many observers said that the duel between Toprak and Marc could become a new rivalry, reviving the era of great battles like Rossi, Stoner or Lorenzo Marquez. Two aggressive styles, two characters who never backed down from wheel-to-wheel contact, and two riders with different histories who both want to prove something. Adding to the heat, Toprak and Marc Marquez are scheduled to test together at the Sepang circuit in Malaysia. Although only a test session, the atmosphere already feels like the prologue to a bigger story that will continue to develop. Toprak will focus on perfecting Yamaha's under-development V4 engine, a major project that will put Yamaha's future at stake. Meanwhile, Marc, after a challenging transition with Ducati, is still adjusting to a bike that is very different from his golden days at Honda. Many in the paddock believe that even though this test isn't a true duel, the moment the two share the track will still be a major highlight. Fans are already imagining the potential moments. Toprak closing the inside braking line, Marc attacking from the outside as he has for years, and the two testing each other's mentality and limits. Furthermore, Toprak added that he doesn't just want a one-off duel, but hopes it will happen in a big moment, whether it's for a podium, a victory, or even the world title. This ambitious ambition has both surprised and impressed many, as Toprak has shown complete confidence in the Yamaha project, even though many believe the switch to a V4 engine will be no easy feat. If I meet Mark at the front, that means Yamaha is at the right level. And I'm ready for it, he asserted. Now, all eyes are on Sepang. This test isn't just a technical test. Behind the scenes, a big story is being written. Ambition is burning. Two riding styles are about to come face to face in Sepang's fast corners. And if one day that duel does erupt in a real race, MotoGP will witness one of the wildest battles ever. One thing is certain. Toprak Razgatlioglu didn't come to MotoGP to be a secondary player. He came to challenge the legends. And Marc Marquez is the perfect target to prove he was born for the biggest stage. Amidst the seemingly quiet and tranquil paddock, the big news suddenly emerged that Toprak Razgatlioglu was returning to the Sepang track to test the Yamaha V4 engine. The test was originally planned to be very private, with almost no leaks. However, as soon as rumors circulated of Toprak's sudden appearance, the atmosphere around Sepang immediately changed. More tense, more curious, more questionable. Many initially thought this session was just a regular warm-up. But within a short time, those assumptions were shattered. As soon as the Yamaha V4 bike emerged from the pit lane and Toprak began his first lap, the paddock was plunged into silence. Not only was the engine sound more aggressive, but Toprak's handling of the bike was far from what the technicians had anticipated. In the opening minutes, Toprak opened the throttle with an aggressiveness that conveyed complete confidence, even though this was a new prototype engine, which usually makes riders cautious. But it was here that the first surprise emerged. Toprak immediately recorded a top speed higher than the baseline data from the previous test, forcing Yamaha technicians to run to the monitors to confirm their readings were accurate. It didn't stop there. Toprak's series of maneuvers made even more people shake their heads. With his characteristic unpredictability, he demonstrated super deep braking that even official Yamaha test riders hadn't dared attempt before. Long, controlled slides, something he usually only does on a WSBK bike. Extreme bank angles in the fast Sepang corners that made some think he was going to crash. But no, he just accelerated even faster. Explosive acceleration out of corners that demonstrated his ability to adapt to the V4's completely different character from Yamaha's old inline 4. Yamaha engineers were seen repeatedly looking at each other as if to say, "This doesn't make sense." Even some technicians from rival teams who happened to be around to prepare for the next test were seen watching from a distance. Toprak seemed to be taking Yamaha's V4 engine to a level never before achieved. And all in a matter of laps, not hours. What caused even more commotion in the paddock was an internal report that Toprak had managed to beat Yamaha's predicted lap time simulation for next year, even though they were only in the middle stages of engine development. Telemetry data showed he was able to stabilize the bike's performance under hard braking, an area that had long been Yamaha's Achilles heel, and even provided new insights that the Japanese engineers hadn't considered. One insider said that Toprak's unexpected actions that day led two senior Yamaha engineers to change the development plan for the next session. Toprak's input was deemed too important to ignore, and could have accelerated the progress of the V4 project by several months. For many, this test was more than just a test. It was a glimpse into the moment a rider truly bonded with a new, untamed machine. And Toprak's ability to tame Yamaha's V4 performance led many analysts to believe he could be the key to Yamaha's resurgence, even before the 2026 MotoGP season began. Some around the paddock summed up their impressions with a single sentence that summed up the surprise of the day. Toprak did something even Yamaha themselves couldn't predict. He changed the direction of the project in just one test session. With such performance, it's no exaggeration to say that perhaps, just perhaps, the birth of a truly competitive Yamaha V4 engine could begin with a surprising test at Sepang with Toprak Razgatlioglu.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease.